my name is Nate. Welcome to my Fluid Art channel. Besides my normal Premiere Train partners who have premiered before me, which is Holly with the Morning Pour, Lori Houston Art, Joanne Ralston, who just recently joined us. I am also going to be joined this week by Julie E. Her video will be premiering immediately after mine. She and I do a monthly color collaboration, and this month she chose the color copper. And technically this color is Royal Ruby from Deco Art, and it is the most beautiful, bright, shiny, new penny copper. I love this color, it's so beautiful. So I'll be using that in my pour today. So the idea of the color collaboration is not just to pick a color, but to build a palette around it. So I absolutely cannot build a color palette with copper without also using a turquoise. So I have also chosen Amsterdam's turquoise green, which is a beautiful color, and this puts me in mind of like a Southwest like native palette. So I've also included some Amsterdam titanium white and some Jo Sonia pale gold. I chose that pale gold instead of like an extreme sheen because it has a definite contrast with this copper. It's still a metallic, but there's definitely a difference in these two colors. I find that the 24 karat gold is very similar in tone to the copper, so I wanted something lighter. And my base coat today is going to be Golden's Heavy Body Payne's Gray. You can see that I've already pre-painted my sides and edges in the undiluted paint, and it dries very, very dark, but it is like a dark, dark blue. So when it interacts with these other colors, it interacts as a blue rather than as a black. So that's for the reason I've chosen that. So I think this is gonna be really pretty. I think as these wings come out, when I layer my cup, the first color in the bottom is going to be this turquoise color. Then I'm going to put the copper next to that, and then the gold on top of that, and a little bit of white on top of that. And then the Payne's Gray will go in one of my center chambers, and I will use it as a base coat also. So I will start by layering my split cup. So here we go. Let's see here. So I want to use, this is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I need 12 ounces to fill the entire space, but I don't want my wings to actually fill the entire canvas. I want them to kind of be in the center. I want there to be lots of negative space. So I'm not going to use 12 ounces in my cup. I'm going to try and stick to about 9 or 10 ounces. So I've started with my Payne's Gray in one of the center chambers, and then we will start by putting in the turquoise in the two outer chambers. So a little bit here, and a little bit here. Scrape that out so that they're roughly even. It looks good. And then I wanted to put the copper directly on top of that. These paints are thick enough that when I pour it in here, it doesn't pierce the layer. It just sits directly on top. There we go. Even on both sides. Then we're gonna put the gold directly on top of the copper. And then we'll top it off with the white. Roughly even on all of those. I'm going to use this copper to show you the consistency of the paints. I realize I forgot that. So this is that royal ruby copper color. You can see that it does leave a mound, so it's kind of a medium consistency. It leaves a mound and it sticks around for a little bit, but then it disappears into the cup. But it's a nice even flow off of the stir stick, and it leaves a little mound on a mound before it disappears. So there you go. In my last wing pour video, I forgot when I raised up my canvas on one side that the pour wasn't in the video. So I'm going to make sure that we can see the paint coming out of the split cup this time. You know, I'm still learning how to YouTube. So we'll go ahead now and put down our base coat.
While I waited for the sun to shine, I was crying on my own. It was all a waste of time, all along. Yeah, I waited through the sun. You better shake up, hold up. 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 You better shake up, hold up.
So here are the wet results of my copper and turquoise wing pour. I think it's really beautiful. I love these colors together. I got a little off center when I was doing the kind of jiggle pour here, and I ended up with these really wispy lines on this side and a really full, thick wing on this side. But even though it's not exactly the same on both sides, I think it still definitely looks like wings. I think it's beautiful. These colors played beautifully together. That royal ruby copper, look at that, the way it blends into the turquoise there, so beautiful. I love the tips on these wings right up here. Lots of gold cells in there with the white, kind of wispiness at the ends. Really nice. Look at that right there with the copper and the turquoise together. Ooh, pretty. I love it. I was plagued a little bit with this base coat color, the heavy body Payne's Gray. Sometimes it's difficult to mix, so I ended up with some unmixed lumps. I probably spent 3 times the amount of time mixing that paint, trying to get all the little lumps out, and I obviously did not get them all, but I think it still turned out okay. Please stay tuned for the dry results. Well, here we are at crunch time. I gotta get this video uploaded and we're still not dry. Sorry about that. All of the edges have dried and it's drying beautifully dark as I was hoping for. The colors are still gorgeous. The whole center area is still wet, but I'm still in love with the way these feathers, especially on this side, turned out. And that gold and turquoise, oh, so pretty. And I noticed as I was editing the pour that this turned into a bit of a what not to do. When I was pouring, instead of being perfectly straight, my cup was tilted just a little bit like this, and that I think is what caused this section over here to not be as full as this area over here. So I learned something new, and hopefully you did too. So thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and come back and see me sometime.